Friends, we are continuing with the sums of exercise 8.1 of the lesson probability distributions. %70% of the members favor and 30% oppose a proposal in a meeting. The random variable x takes the value 0 if a member opposes the proposal and the value 1 if a member is in favor. Find expectation of x and variance of x. Now, according to the given condition, we can write when x takes the value 0 means the probability is 30%. 30% of the members opposes the proposal. That is 30 upon 100 or 3 upon 10, or we can write 0.3 also. And when x takes the value 1, that is 70% of the members are in favor of the proposal. So 70 upon 100 is equal to 7 upon 10. Now expectation of x is obtained by the formula sigma I is equal to 1 to 2. That is x1 is x1 and x2, two values are there. So xi into sigma xi into pi, where I is 1 to 2, 1 and 2. Now xi can be taken the value 0 and the corresponding probability is 3 upon 10, plus x is taking the value 1, then probability is 7 upon 10. Then first term will be 0 and second term is 1 into 7 upon 10 is 7 upon 10, that is 0.7. Now to find the variance of x, we need expectation of x square. So expectation of x square is obtained by the formula sigma xi square into p of xi, where I varies from 1 to 2 or 1 and 2. Now, so first substitute x equal to 0, that is 0 square into corresponding probability is 3 upon 10, plus next x is equal to 1, that is 1 square into 7 upon 10. That is first term is 0, the second term is 1 into 7 upon 10, that is 0.7. Now variance of x is obtained by the formula expectation of x square minus expectation of x the whole square, and we substitute the values, that is 7 upon 10 minus 7 upon 10 the whole square. Now by making the denominator same, we have to multiply the first term by 10 on numerator and denominator. So 70 upon 100 we will get, and the second term is 49 upon 100. So 70 minus 49 upon 100, that is 21 upon 100, which is equal to 0.21. Now the probability distribution of a continuous random variable. Continuous random variable means the possible values of the continuous random variable form an interval of real numbers. That is, we don't take the individual values, we consider an interval. So suppose the possible values of the continuous random variable x form the interval AB, where a and b are real numbers such that a less than b. Then the interval AB is called the support of the continuous random variable x. The probability distribution of a continuous random variable is represented by a continuous function. Probability density function PDF. Let x be a continuous random variable with the interval open interval AB as its support. The probability density function PDF of x is an integrable function f that satisfies these conditions. The first one is f of x greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to the open interval AB, and integral a to b f of x dx is equal to 1, and for any real number c and d such that a less than or equal to c less than d less than or equal to b, means c open interval cd is a subinterval of the open interval ab, then p of x belongs to cd is calculated by using integral c to d f of x dx. Now cumulative distribution functions CDF. The cumulative distribution function CDF of a continuous random variable x with PDF f of x is denoted by capital F of x and is defined for every xi in its range of x given by f of xi is equal to p of x less than or equal to xi, which is minus infinity to xi integral minus infinity to xi f of x dx. That is, the cumulative distribution function is defined by the integral minus infinity till xi f of x dx. That is, the cumulative distribution function is given by f of xi is equal to p of x less than or equal to xi is equal to integral minus infinity to xi f of x dx. Now, there are some important points related to this. If range of x is given by the interval ab, open interval ab, then for x less than a, we have f of x is equal to 0. That is, the CDF or cumulative distribution function value will be 0 if x less than a. A is the lower limit of this, so x less than a, f of x is equal to 0. And for x greater than or equal to b, f of x is equal to 1. That is, the maximum value will be 1 only, as it is the probability. Now, p of x greater than x is equal to 1 minus p of x less than or equal to x. If we need to find the probability when x greater than x, that is obtained if the value of x is large, then we can find using this relation, that is total probability is 1. So we can subtract p of x less than or equal to x from 1. Now, for any subinterval, that is open interval alpha beta subset of open interval ab, we have p of alpha less than x less than b, or p of alpha less than or equal to x less than beta, and p of alpha less than x less than or equal to beta, or p of alpha less than or equal to x less than or equal to beta. These all probabilities can be calculated by using this formula f of beta minus f of alpha, where f of beta is the cumulative distribution function value when x is equal to beta, and this f of alpha is also cumulative distribution function of alpha. Let us solve the sums of exercise 8.2. Question number 1. Check whether the following is a PDF, probability distribution function. F of x is equal to x for 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, and f of x equal to 2 minus x for 1 less than x less than or equal to 2. Here the interval is taken closed interval 0 to 2. That is, f of x is positive or greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to the open closed interval 0 to 2, and f of x is continuous also. Now we consider the second condition, that is the integral 0 to 2 f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to 1 f of x dx plus integral 1 to 2 f of x dx, because the function is split into 2 in two different continuous interval. Now, integral 0 to 1 f of x is x, corresponding to the interval 0 to 1 f of x is x, and corresponding to the second interval f of x is 2 minus x. So, we substituted the f of x. So, integrating, so integral x dx is x square upon 2, that is 1 upon 2 into x square, and we apply the limits 0 to 1. And the second term is integral 2 dx is in 2 into integral x. Apply the limits minus integral x is x square by 2, again 1 by 2 into x square limit values are 0, 1 and 2. Apply the upper limit and lower limit and subtract the values. That is 1 by 2 into upper limit is 1 minus 0 plus 2 into 2 minus 1 minus 1 by 2 into x square term. So 2 square, that is 4, minus 1 square 1. And simplification, 1 by 2 into 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 by 2 plus 2 into 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 by 2 into 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 by 2. And 1 by 2 plus 2, that is 4. After simplification, we will get it as 1 by taking the denominator 2 as common. So the second term will be 4 upon 2. So 1 plus 4 upon 2, 1 plus 4 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 upon 2 is 1. So we got the integral a to b f of x is equal to 1. So f of x satisfies both the conditions for a PDF of a random variable x. So here f of x, the given f of x is the probability density function. Now question number 1, second. F of x is equal to 2 for 0 less than or less than x less than 1. Here we have to check f of x is a PDF. Here f of x is greater than 0 for this interval. So now the second condition, integral 0 to 1 f of x dx. F of x is a constant 2 here. So integral 0 to 1 2 dx, and integral 2 dx is 2 into x, and apply the limit 0 to 1. That is 1 minus 0, that is 1. 1 into 2. It is not equal to 1. We should get it as 1, but we got 2. So we can see that f of x is not a PDF of the random variable x. Question number 2. The following is the PDF of a random variable x. F of x is given as x upon 8 for 0 less than x less than 4 and 0 otherwise. That is, we are above or above 4 and below 0, the value of f of x equal to 0. Now we have to find p of x less than 1.5. X less than 1.5 means upper limit is 1.5 and it is starting from 0. So p of x less than 1.5 is equal to integral 0 to 1.5 f of x dx, and f of x is 1 x upon 8 for this interval. So 1 by 8 into integral x dx, and it is x square by 2, and 2 into 8 is 16 here, and apply the limits. So x square is 1.5 square is 2.25 minus 0, 2.25 upon 16. And second one, p of 1 less than x less than 2 means we have to integrate it from 1 to 2. 1 to 2 f of x dx, that is integral 1 to 2 x upon 8 dx, and 1 by 8 into integral x dx is x square by 2, that is 1 by 16 into 4 minus 1. X square, that is 2 square 4 minus 1 square 1 is equal to 3 upon 16. Third, we have to find p of x greater than 2. P of x greater than 2 can be calculated by integral 2 to 4. 2, that is starting from 2 and the upper limit is 4. Interval is till 4. So integral 2 to 4 x upon 8 dx. So 1 upon 8 is constant taken out. Integral 2 to 4 x dx. Integral x is x square upon 2. 2 8s are 16. 1 upon 16 into x square, and apply the limits 2 to 4. And when you apply 4, it is 16 x square, that is 4 square. 16 minus 2 square 4. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 upon 16, which is simplified to get 3 upon 4. Now we solve the remaining sums in the next video. Thank you.